great business opportunity for young blood to invest into. First of all, એક રિક્વેસ્ટ છે, બહુ સારી વાતો જાણવાની મળશે, બહુ સારું જોવાનું મળશે. તો જેટલો સમય કાર્યક્રમ ચાલે એટલો સમય જો આપણે ફોનને ક્યાં તો સાયલન્ટ પર કે એરોપ્લેન મોડ પર મૂકીએ તો we'll be very much thankful for that. મારું નામ અલય મહેતા છે. I welcome everybody. We are gathered here to listen to one of the most prominent speaker and one of the most important personality in the innovation space at this point of time. I invite you with very humbleness. અને કેમ કે સમય 6:30 વાગ્યાનો હતો અને ખાસું લેટ થઈ ગયું છે, તો I'll begin with the program first. પહેલા તો આપણે સુરત એરિયા મેનેજમેન્ટ એસોસિએશન શું કામ ચાલુ કરવી જોઈએ અને એની બધી માહિતી, બધું ડિસ્કશન ઓવર અ પીરિયડ ઓફ ટાઈમ થશે. પણ નવસારી મેનેજમેન્ટ એસોસિએશનના પ્રેસિડેન્ટ લલિત સરના હસ્તે આપણે જે ગેસ્ટ સ્પીકરને સાંભળવા આવ્યા છે તેમનું સન્માન કરી દઈએ. પહેલા તો બધા એકવાર જસ્ટ ગિવ અ હ્યુજ રાઉન્ડ ઓફ એપ્લોઝ. થેન્ક યુ વેરી મચ સર, થેન્ક યુ વેરી મચ લલિત સર. હવે આપણે દરેક પ્રોગ્રામની શરૂઆત પ્રાર્થનાથી થાય તો પ્રોગ્રામ સારો રહે, બરાબર ને? સો આપણે ગુરુ વંદનાથી શરૂઆત કરીએ. આપણી જોડે નવસારી મેનેજમેન્ટ એસોસિએશનના ફાઉન્ડર અને ફોર્મર પ્રેસિડેન્ટ જિગ્નેશ સર અવેલેબલ છે. સો હું જિગ્નેશ સરને વેલકમ કરું છું.
પહેલો પ્રોગ્રામ છે સુરત એરિયા મેનેજમેન્ટ એસોસિએશન. નવસારીમાં જ્યારે એનએમની શરૂઆત થઈ, નવસારી મેનેજમેન્ટ એસોસિએશન, જેનું એફિલિએશન આઈમાં જોડે છે, ઓલ ઇન્ડિયા મેનેજમેન્ટ એસોસિએશન. અને જે બેઝિક આઈડિયા નવસારીમાં એનએમએ સ્ટાર્ટ કરવાનો હતો તે હતો કે નવસારીમાં એક મેનેજમેન્ટ અને બિઝનેસનું એન્વાયરમેન્ટ એક ક્રિએટ થાય, જે નાના બિઝનેસો છે એ સર્વાઈવ થાય, જે મિડ સ્કેલ અને લાર્જ બિઝનેસીસ છે એ પોતાના બિઝનેસીસને સ્કેલ અપ કરી શકે. લોબિંગ ગવર્મેન્ટ જોડેની કે બીજા એસોસિએશન જોડેની લોબિંગની કોઈ એક્ટિવિટી આ પ્લેટફોર્મ ઉપરથી નથી થતી. ફક્ત ને ફક્ત મેનેજમેન્ટને લગતી જ એક્ટિવિટી આપણે આ પ્લેટફોર્મ ઉપરથી કરીએ છીએ. અને જ્યારે અમદાવાદ મેનેજમેન્ટ એસોસિએશનની રચના થઈ એ પહેલા વિક્રમ સારાભાઈએ મેનેજમેન્ટ વિશે વાત કરેલી કે સમાજના દરેક વર્ગને તમે ઇમ્પેક્ટ લાવી શકો એવી કોઈ પણ પ્રવૃત્તિ મેનેજમેન્ટની અંદર કવર થાય છે. એટલે અમે હાઉસવાઈફ માટે પણ પ્રોગ્રામો કર્યા છે અને બિઝનેસ એક્ઝિક્યુટિવ્સ માટે પણ પ્રોગ્રામો કર્યા છે. તો આ જ વિચાર જોડે સુરતની અંદર આ એક એસોસિએશનની સ્થાપના થઈ. શરૂઆતના દોરમાં જે લાઇક માઇન્ડેડ માણસો હતા બધા ભેગા થયા અને એના ભાગ સ્વરૂપે આજે આ એક પહેલો પ્રોગ્રામ આપણે કરવા જઈ રહ્યા છીએ. સુરતની અંદર પણ જે ઓબ્જેક્ટિવ છે તે જ છે કે આપણે એવા પ્રોગ્રામો કરશું કે જેને લીધે ઇમ્પેક્ટ આપણા બિઝનેસ ઉપર આવે. રાજેશભાઈ માર્કેટિંગના ફિલ્ડના વેટરન છે અને એમણે જે આખું આ સ્ટ્રક્ચર જે ઊભું કરવાનું હતું એમાં ઘણો બધો સહયોગ એમનો રહ્યો છે. અને જે એમના બી જે વિચારો છે અને બધા જે બિઝનેસ ઓનર્સ ફાઉન્ડર્સ જોડે જે બધી ચર્ચાઓ થઈ એને ધ્યાનમાં લેતા આપણે એવા પ્રોગ્રામો કરશું કે જેને લીધે પીયર લર્નિંગ પણ મળે અને સ્પીકરો પાસે પણ આપણે જાણી શકીએ, શીખી શકીએ અને જે એક્સપર્ટ કન્સલ્ટન્સી એડવાઇસના સ્વરૂપમાં એક આપણને નેટવર્કિંગનો પણ મોકો મળે અને જેને લીધે આપણા બિઝનેસની અંદર એનો ઇમ્પેક્ટ આવે. આજનો જે વિષય છે એના માટે રાજેશભાઈ બી વાત કરશે, પણ બ્રોડલી દરેક બિઝનેસની અંદર એક કોમન ફેક્ટર હોય છે કે આપણે બિઝનેસને ગ્રો કેવી રીતે કરવો અને સેલ કેવી રીતે વધારવું, રેવન્યુ કેવી રીતે વધારવું. એટલે ઓલ ધ ટાઈમ જે ઓવરઓલ સ્ટ્રક્ચર છે કે ટોપ ઓફ ધ ફનલ, મિડલ ઓફ ધ ફનલ, બોટમ ઓફ ધ ફનલ એન્ડ ધેન ધ રિપીટ. એટલે અવેરનેસ આપણી હશે, કોઈ પણ બિઝનેસ હોય આપણો, પણ એની અવેરનેસ લોકો જાણતા હોવા જોઈએ કે કોણ માણસ શું બિઝનેસ કરે છે. અને મિડલ ઓફ ધ ફનલની અંદર કન્સિડરેશન કે જાણે છે પણ હું હવે વિચારું છું કે મારે આ ભાઈની પ્રોડક્ટ કે સર્વિસ લેવી છે કે કેમ.
Impact on business, but we will, I think you will have to join the dots. I will be just talking more about design and less about business, but you will understand I'll bring it that so you will have to join the dots. So what is the design? What is design? This next slide. Recently, when I was invited as one of the speakers at Ahmedabad Design Week by Karnataka University, so this is the same question was asked to me. Yeah. What is design? Some of the speakers who answered the question were Lieutenant General V.S. Iswal and Dr. Greg Autry, Clinical Professor, then Wing Commander Saurabh Singh Chauhan, then Admiral Rahul Kumar Saharawat, Chairman Prabhakar, and Army Chief Narwan. So ये सब स्पीकर्स को देख के मेरी तो बोलती बंद हो गई. भाई इतने बड़े लोग बोल रहे हैं, so I should not speak. So what I did is, what did I do? Next slide, please. So what I did is this. So I will do it again today to present something. So quit from this PPT, and there's another PPT.
Hello, you have reached the residence Ramaswamy Kumaraswamy Ramaswamy Kumar Uttam Baichikaman Madhu Sarabakha Kumarala. Leave a message after the tone. You have reached the residence of Ramaswamy Kumaraswamy Ramaswamy Kumar Uttam Baichikaman Madhu Sarabakha Kumarala. Leave a message after the tone.
मेरा साइज है अलग तो काफी के मस्त तेरे ताने अब बस मुझे खाने दे चैन से हाइट में शॉट में कुदरत का आर्ट तेरे विक्टी में भेज तो तेरा ही शॉट किसका क्या आवाज में घूमे विचार परीक्षण में अड्डा हो नकारा हंकार का केंद्र से ना तेरा छाती दांत की खड़ा जान तेरे गाने के बाहर काले बुझे अपना कोई सा माजी नॉट के ताज अपना कोई राज है तू चौक लोटा है चौक को खेला के को लगा के कोई राज ना था शुद्ध के छुपा में ना अपना शॉप होए के तो शो ही कार से के आमा चौक पे फूल चौक पे ब्रिंग सो मैं आमा दे
मम्मी की रोटी गोल गोल पापा का पैसा गोल गोल तू भी गोल मैं भी गोल सारी दुनिया गोल मटोल मम्मी की रोटी गोल गोल पापा का पैसा गोल गोल तू भी गोल मैं भी गोल सारी दुनिया गोल मटोल मम्मी की रोटी गोल गोल पापा का पैसा गोल गोल तू भी गोल मैं भी गोल सारी दुनिया गोल मटोल मम्मी की रोटी गोल गोल पापा का पैसा गोल गोल तू भी गोल मैं भी गोल सारी दुनिया गोल मटोल
प्रकाश पानी में ताप जमीन आकाश जानो लेता आधार असंतुलन समाज की दिशा में करे प्रकाश बनावे एक और आकार नीचे दिवस रात 24 कलाक थाय समाप्त चक्र चक्र नवी शुरुआत देव अर्थ अमरता में ओळखा त्याचे करो मस्किन राखो आला तुझी खचकीत निसर्गाची आई दिक पहिला हॉस्पिटलची कट्टे ठीक दिमागात करून तो फिट म्हणते बिलोडी शक्ती चालू करते सारा गोल माझा अनुभव क्या फिर से बोल
अगर रूपा की बनियान पहनोगे तो अरे तो रूपा क्या पहनेगी
lack of protein can make your child really weak.
When you dance so close to me, it's because I love you.
राष्ट्रगीत के सम्मान में शुरू कैसे? राष्ट्रगीत का सम्मान यानी राष्ट्र का सम्मान।
Can you just give me that?
Hello. So, after all these things, what I'll be behind, you can hear and you can see here because it's really easy because I won't be able to toggle the laptop. So I'll come sometime then, but just right now. So this is the definition which I derived from as per my experience. Now, how did I derive this theory that design is a disruption or a rearrangement of the fundamental elements against the backdrop of context to blend in or stand out? So I'll just explain. It shouldn't sound very profound and a little heavy. So I'll come to the same presentation where we went, and I will just. So what is design? Design is a disruption of disruption or rearrangement of elements against the backdrop of context to blend in or stand out. So I cultivated my own perspective towards design. How? The way the tribals of Kalahari in Botswana, in Africa, the desert, these tribals, the way they looked at normal things in an unusual manner, the normal things by the civilized world in an unusual manner. I'll just take you to Kalahari Desert in Africa and see what happened there one day.
One day, something fell from the sky. He had never seen anything like this in his life. It looked like water, but it was harder than anything else in the world. He wondered why the gods had sent this thing down to the earth. It was the strangest and most beautiful thing they had ever seen, and they wondered why the gods had sent it. Pablo got his fingers stuck in the thing, and the children thought it was very funny. At first, he tried to figure out evil songs. It had right shaping, just the right way. He was also beautiful, an idea for him to say something. And Pablo discovered even better. And every day they started to use something. It was harder, heavier, smoother than anything they had done.
is that if we know that it's a bottle for a utensil for a glass utensil for a fizzy water, then you think it is a Coke. But the tribals didn't know, so they saw it and they found 10 different utilities of the same thing. Similar thing happened. I born in a 2000 population village, 60 kilometers away from Vadodara. This is the actual picture of the Mahi river against, and you can say I born in a land of scarecrows because I used to study there, and my father's school was 6 kilometers away. So I used to go via Khetar, the fields, and then that's where I used to see. This is not the actual picture, but there were lots of chadia in the Khetar scarecrows. And another thing happened. So that's where actually the entire thought. I used to check with my dad. What it is, and I had understood as a child that okay, they are just the mock-up human, which actually tells the birds to stay away from the yield, from the pathi dur rehwa mate chadia banayela છે. Okay. Basically, they communicate without uttering a single word, and that communication was fascinated me. And after 30 years, I started my company and named it as Scarecrow. Because I also was I also wanted to communicate with the world. I am from third world. I'm from a small village, so I thought, okay, I have lots in my within, so I want to communicate, and that's where the desire of communication happened. And this Scarecrow and communication came together. When I was in third standard, this was happened. Electricity came in my village, and that's the reason. At that point of time, I used to look at bulbs and fans and cables and everything, and tube light, like we look at the 13 Pro Max iPhone, right? Just like people of Kalahari, I also developed a different perspective. The ignorance, the not knowing things, make my life a little bit different or a simpler. And I think we all have an opportunity to look at like the tribal, look at like a child, right? I look at things as primitive in as primitive manner as a tribal looks at a Coke bottle. I try to observe and spot the fundamental elements in everything around, just like a child thinks. The world is made of Lego blocks. So this is my hypothesis. You can divide the world into two parts. One is God-made world, which is nature, and another is a man-made world. You divide into two. And I have a theory, I just have a hypothesis that God is like an elder child. Elder child who made a Lego blocks mathi, they made the basically fundamental elements of the Lego blocks, they made the nature has been made by the elder child called God. So God has made the nature like this, like a butterfly, like water. But you see, whenever the elder child may make something, the younger child deconstruct it and make another. And I think we are the younger child, the God is the elder child, so we make these kind of stuff. So man-made world is a toy made using the same Lego blocks by a younger child called human. Now I'll just explain. Air, if you just go to physics, then you'll have molecules, you'll have electron, proton, whatever. Chemistry, you'll have lots of compositions and elements. You'll see, in music, you'll go and see notes. In serials and web series and Netflix and whatever, you will see the plots. Then in a visual world, you will see texture, color, depth, sharp, blur. So these are all fundamental elements. So Panch Mahabhut bolte hain jisko, like Akash, Vayu, Jal, Tej, Prithvi, right? So we actually had an ability to see and find and spot simple fundamental elements, but because of the acquired knowledge, the layers of the knowledge, our senses, who recognizes this fundamental element, has become noun. And hence, we all over again learn to go to yoga and meditation and all, to recognize the fundamental elements. Actually, even in art college, everywhere, I mean, we all try to learn the thing. So where did this the human being when it actually born, he felt lonely कि यार मैं अकेला ही हूँ, मतलब मेरे जैसे कोई नहीं. So what he did is basically he started humanizing everything around. So for example, एक दिन एक अपना स्टोन एज मैन रहेगा, वो थक गया होगा, थक के ऐसी कोई चेयर पे बैठ गया होगा, राइट. बट उसके बाद इवोल्यूशन हुआ और हमने इस टाइप के चेयर्स बनाए. What did we do? We tried to inject comfort, colors, textures, softness, ergonomics, whatever, to make it more appealing. But what is it? So there is a simple. So we all are in a quest of humanizing stuff around. Even ads which we make, product which we make, we all trying to humanize them. They are there in a natural form. We try to humanize them because we want to make it suitable to us because we consume them, right? And like what the ad should be, ad should seem like a human. What a design should be, it should seem like a human. It should feel like a human. That's why we add emotions in ad. That's why we emotions in design. But there are, if you see in like geometry or whatever subject, we have this axis where एक side पे there's a functionality, दूसरी side पे aesthetics और art. Actually, everything hovers in between that. So if you go to a plant, you will see वो तेरा angle ना बनाए वाली कुर्सी है, जो विंड ना लगे. और एक तरफ पहली बार जो जाओ कोई exhibition में एवरी कुर्सी हो जाने पर बैठ ना सकता, right? You can't sit on that. And then one hand you have a chair which is this thing. So one is a highly functional, one is a highly aesthetic, but we actually balance in between somewhere, depend on what is the brief or a purpose of that thing. So all designs actually hover between functionality and aesthetics. Design is a disruption or rearrangement. So if you find periodic table na બધા તત્વો in around it. But if you see, okay, this place has a coal, this place has a manganese, this place has a phosphorus, then only we will create some another composition, right? So you need to recognize the basic and fundamental elements first. So what scientist does is actually recognizes the fundamental elements and then depend on the purpose, whether whatever it is, and he recreates it. In design, in general design, what happens is that there are lots of fundamental elements, dots, lines, shapes. These are all geometrical things. Geometry is all about finding and simplifying to understand chemistry, or equations or correlation between the elements. So, abaju no trikon ne abaju avi che to pehli baju ke that kind of a thing. So spot what we have to, if you understand design, if you want to understand design, you have to spot the fundamental elements like shapes, colors, textures, depth, sharpness, blurriness, eye movement, perspective, singularity, patterns, dark, light, subject, foreground, background, symmetrical, asymmetrical, strokes, waves, curves, light, bold, warm, cool and mon, many. I mean, thesaurus dictionary full of words. If you talk about storytelling, you have to understand plot. If you talk about music, you have to understand tune, which are all the fundamental elements. If you talk about anything, you have to understand the idea. But most of the time, you don't recognize them because it's all layered. You talk about what is the hero, what is the screen, what are the dialogues, what was the dance number, what is the hook line, but you forget. If I'll tell you one plot, एक आदमी पूरी जिंदगी मेहनत करता है और तन तोड़ मेहनत करता है कि एक दिन उसके बेटे का वोकल बॉक्स का ऑपरेशन कर रहे हैं. जिस दिन वो ऑपरेशन सक्सेसफुल होता है उसके कारखाने में, उसकी फैक्ट्री में बड़ा ब्लास्ट होता है and he loses the sense of hearing. So the day he's supposed to speak, he loses this thing. Now if I'll ask you, especially the youngster, the older people would know which movie's plot it is. It sounds like a Hollywood movie. It seems like a beautiful plot, but it's a movie show. Another plot I'll say, there was a sailor, जहाज का sailor, the captain, एक जहाज बच्चों से भरा 300-400 बच्चों से भरा जहाज है, वो डूब जाता है. He couldn't save those children, and the captain is guilty, and he literally goes underground after that, and he saves 300 or 400 miners from the coal mine or whatever mine is getting kind of drained and all. That's a movie Kala Patthar. But if you see the plot, it is Hollywood plot. If you start looking at who was the hero, how was the treatment, कैसे set थे, कैसा dialogue था, you will not value it, right? So, और सौराष्ट्र की folklore इतनी जबरदस्त है, but we don't look at it because it's already there. I mean, it's all there. Nobody values that. So, what is needed is that we need to recognize the fundamental elements from various things, like the way the oxygen, phosphorus, whatever, all these little scientists or innovators or technicians have recognized the fundamental elements. We have to recognize the fundamental elements. Because we have to find those fundamental elements. Spot first, you should see, अरे यहाँ pattern क्या है? जैसे for example, what is pattern? यहाँ जितने लोग red कपड़ा पहने हैं, तो those people become similar. The black, the people who wearing specs become pattern. So you need to know that, okay, where is pattern, where is depth, where is circle, where is square. We don't see. When we see a visual, we don't see the balances and all. But the creative person or the designer understands that. We cultivated that sense. So the funda is that this, as a child, we used to all know. Like, बच्चा जब नहाता है बाथरूम में, उसको शेप दिखते हैं. बादल देखता है तो उसको शेप दिखते हैं, चंदा देखता है, चांद देखता है तो उसको शेप दिखते हैं. हम लोग को सबको बचपन में शेप दिखते थे, अभी नहीं दिखेंगे, राइट? अभी इंस्टाग्राम का फिल्टर दिखेगा. So we have layered because of the knowledge. So what I am telling you, you have to go back like a child and understand the deconstruction of the fundamental element and then reconstructing. That's the design. And उसमें कभी-कभी दो चीज होता है, जैसे धारावी के अंदर एक नीट होर्डिंग अच्छा लगेगा, बट बीकेसी के अंदर एक ग्राफिटी जो है chaotic, वो अच्छी लगेगी. नाउ कहीं वो ब्लैंड होने, अगर पर्पस स्टैंड आउट होने का है, बट अगर ऐसा है कि मुझे दिखना नहीं है, जैसे लॉट ऑफ ऑकेशंस यू डोंट वांट टू स्टैंड आउट, यू वांट टू ब्लेंड इन. Like for example, sometimes in some wedding you don't want to stand out, so you will wear the clothes which is blending. Like sometimes you want to do a subtle makeup in a occasion where जानने वाला जान जाएगा कि हाँ किसके लिए मेकअप किया, but no, most people won't know. And sometimes you do to stand out. So purpose is to stand out or blend in the backdrop with basically rearrangement or disrupting the elements whatever. So this is it was sounding slightly heavier, now slightly easier it is to understand. So that is what, it's not you don't have to actually write down the definition. It's my definition. You may have come up with another definition, but that's what I tried doing. So another which I already spoken. See, most of the time what happened is that we always been preconceived. Like हम लोग को पहले से बचपन से बोला गया है कि A for apple, but A for anaconda या asteroid क्यों नहीं हो सकता? आम को आम क्यों बोल रहे हैं? अगर आप उसको आम बताओ ही नहीं तो वो कुछ और सोचेगा. That knowledge is actually working adverse to us. So if you want to really understand, you think like a tribal or think like a child. What is tribal? When human race was child, then it was tribal. Or we as a human, as a child, then we are child. So the simplicity of thinking is what make you spot the elements and then you know how to rearrange them. But sometimes you don't do that. So layers of preconceived knowledge have made our senses numb. It has killed our imagination. Where are we? Okay. Are we bored? We just move. I'll move faster. Please speak out. Start. I'll show some clip. Start spotting fundamental elements around us and start rearranging them. Create something new for the common purpose. Basically, this is the design of life. Yeah. अभी most of the clients, जहाँ कितने client है, बहुत सारे client होंगे और बहुत सारे कम agency होंगे. राजेश भाई को छोड़ के मैं जानता नहीं कितने agency वाले होंगे. But hi Sonali. So there's a big war, a battle apart from the Ukraine and Russia. Well, way before that, there's a war happening between clients and agencies or designers or whatever. इसकी लोगो बड़ा करो. Yeah? सबको बोलते हैं लोगो बड़ा करो. तो लोगो बड़ा करने का फंडा क्या है? आप ये मैडम को पहचानते होंगे, उषा उत्तु. उनको मतलब आदत है. So assume that उनका जो forehead है, वो लेआउट है. और उसके ऊपर जो बिंदी है, वो लोगो है. तो आप उसको बड़ा करते जाइए. एक टाइम पे लगेगा कि फोरहेड पे एक होल है. उसका रीजन आपको there is a correlation between background and foreground, subject and background. What happens is, I think we forget that we have eyes, and eyes is a focal length. आप किसी चीज को जितना नजदीक लाते हो बड़ी होती जाती है. But after some time वो दिखती नहीं है, even though it is closer to your eyes. तो क्लाइंट को ये बोलना जरूरी है, as if you come from an agency, that ये इसके बाद दिखेगा नहीं, फिर उसके पीछे का दिखना शुरू हो जाएगा. फोकल लेंथ अपने साइंस में पढ़े है ना, तो उस फोकल लेंथ से आगे चला गया. बिकॉज एनीथिंग, सी रियल लाइफ में तो ऑब्वियसली, बट when you replicate a real life on a piece of paper, it comes closer and it crosses the focal length का जो point है वो, और उसके आगे आता है, तो फिर वो जरूरत से बड़ा. There is an optimum level where the place where the logo looks okay. उससे beyond वो लोगो नहीं दिखेगा. लोगो को छोड़ के बाकी सब दिखेगा. Right? ये चीज हम practical knowledge से समझा सकते हैं. ये मैंने ऐसे ही मतलब मेरी बरसों की मुसीबत है हमारे जैसे लोगों की, क्लाइंट से डील करने की. हर बार ही बोलते बड़ा करो, तुम बता हर चीज बड़ा करो बोलते. तो दूसरा क्या होता है कि वो बोलते हैं सारी चीजें बड़ी करो. नाउ फोकल अगेन आंख के बारे में सोचिए. दिस द सी लाइक आई टेल यू, आप अपने गुजराती लोग वी आर फेमस फॉर गरबा, राइट? वी अंडरस्टैंड पैटर्न. एक जो अपने बा होते हैं वो एक ही प्रकार की ताली बजाती है, ऐसे घूमती है, ऐसे ताली मारी, ऐसे घूमती रहती है. ऐसी सारी बाएं करती है तो आप सो जाओ उनको गरबा देखते कभी, राइट? बट वो एक लड़की आएगी दौड़ियू करेगी, तो यू विल ऑलवेज 36 स्टेप्स दौड़ियू. So you will be fascinated. Suddenly जाग जाओ, right? So that is a disruption, and the other one is a pattern. So it's a repeat of a rhythm. It's a repeat of a music, a repeat of a dance, a repeat of everything. In an army, you will never. It has been designed. Uniform जहाँ पहनाते हैं आर्मी में जो सारे सोल्जर खड़े हैं, उसमें किसी का भी चेहरा याद नहीं रहेगा. It is meant to be like that. There shouldn't be any hierarchy beyond that major, general, or whatever. So it's been equalized. So that's why. So you need to understand that when clients say everything बड़ा करो, तो फिर सेम हो जाएगा. वो पैटर्न क्रिएट करेगा. पैटर्न बोरिंग होता है. पैटर्न हमेशा बैकड्रॉप के लिए लगता है, राइट? सो there's a correlation between foreground and background. See, ऐसे ड्राइंग अपने को सिखाए जाते हैं बचपन में कि ऐसा है. Now ये completely humbug है मेरे लिए. See, actually क्या है ना, कभी भी अगर देखो राइट वाला जो more realistic लगता है, लेफ्ट वाला थोड़ा wrong लगता है. बच्चों के लिए ड्रॉ किया ऐसा लगता है. Now बच्चों को ऐसा सिखाया जाता है कि बच्चों को शायद see ये राइट वाले में क्या हो रहा है, उसमें सूरज की प्रतीति की गई है कि एक तरफ से लाइट आती है, तो लाइट आके आप इंस्टाग्राम पे अपना वीजा के लिए जो खिंचवाते हो फोटो कभी नहीं डालते हैं, राइट? बिकॉज उसमें 2 अम्ब्रेला से कान भी दिखना चाहिए, सब दिखना चाहिए, सीरियल जैसा लाइटिंग, वेब सीरीज जैसा नहीं होता. So we don't really enjoy that, right? Similarly, see, kid has seen the real world in the बचपन, but उसको जबरदस्ती हम कि कान इस तरफ जितना दिख रहा है उतना ही इस तरफ दिख रहा है. एक्चुअली ऐसा दिखता नहीं है. बच्चों को उल्लू बना रहे हैं हम लोग. एक्चुअली ऐसा नहीं. बच्चों को तरह तरह के कलर दिखाते. क्या उसको ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट नहीं अच्छा लगता? उसको दिखाओ. I saw in Louvre, Paris, small little kids का पूरा स्कूल के बच्चे उनको मोनालिसा सिखा रहे थे, उनको रेनॉयर सिखा रहे थे, उनको मोने सिखा रहे थे. कुछ नहीं. बच्चे सब कुछ देखते हैं. उनको सन का जो शेडो सब दिखता है. उसको उनको भी ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट का समझ रहे, उनको भी कलर का समझ रहे, उसको डेप्थ उनको सबसे अच्छा दिखता है. बट हम लोग जबरदस्ती डेमोक्रेटाइज जनरलाइज कर देते हैं और उनको ऐसे सिखाते. सो आर्ट कॉलेज में क्या होता है, हम बचपन में पूरी बचपन ये बच्चा ऐसा लेफ्ट वाला बच्चा सीख के आते हैं, वापस अपने को स्केचेस कराते हैं राइट वाला. So it's like going back to what our kid supposed to see anyway. So going back to basics. That is what we are doing in many often. Now I just wanted to ask someone, any woman any lady from the audience, in the fourth. आपका नाम क्या है? हाँ. Ananya. Okay, I'll just do one small experiment. आप अपने आप को, मैं चॉइस दूं, आप हार्श बनना चाहे लाइफ में कि सॉफ्ट बनना चाहे?
Soft.
Okay, so I'll just show you something. Now, आप ये मानते हैं कि जो एंगल होता है वो हार्श होता है और जो राउंड होता है वो कर्विशियस होता है, वो सॉफ्ट होता है, राइट?
Yes.
आपके नाम में एक भी कर्व नहीं है. ये मैंने नहीं किया, भगवान ने ऐसा, डेस्टिनी डिड दैट. So when lot of brands want to say okay मेरे को ऐसा बोल्ड बनना है, बट अगर तुम्हारे डीएनए में नहीं है तो वो डिजाइन करना पड़ेगा, राइट? So you will observe this. This is observation from this. जैसे मेरे ऑफिस में कुछ 40, 50, 60, 70 लोग रहते हैं, तो उनको समझाते या क्लाइंट से लड़ते ऐसे आइडिया आते हैं. बट आपको भी आएंगे because you will see things. So live design. You have to start living design. You can take your seat. Choose a place. So I always, so you understand that anything like कोई naturally हम सारे लोग स्टेज की ओर देख रहे हैं, कोई दीवार को देख के तो नहीं बैठते. रेस्टोरेंट में सबसे ज्यादा डेप्थ हो ऐसी जगह पे मुझे बैठना मजा आता है. कॉन्फ्रेंस रूम में दरवाजा जहाँ है वहां, या जहाँ से खिड़की दिख रही है, राइट? व्यू वी टॉक अबाउट, राइट? सो ये वो डेप्थ बोलते हैं उसको, एडवर्टाइजिंग की, सॉरी डिजाइन की लैंग्वेज. वो डेप्थ को जीते हैं. सो ये सब हम सारे लोग ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि कल जाके सारे लोग डिजाइनर बन जाए, बट देखो हर एक आदमी को कर्टेन पसंद करने होते हैं. मतलब मुकेश अंबानी जितने भी कुछ भी बोल दे, उनको जब शेरवानी खरीदनी थी तो उनको उतनी ही नींद नहीं आई थी जितनी जामनगर रिफाइनरी के बारे में, बिकॉज वो उनका सब्जेक्ट नहीं, वो राइट ब्रेन थिंकिंग है. बट सबको शादी का कार्ड बनवाना है, और कोई आदमी बोलेगा अरे मैं ऐसा बना, तो कोई ऑब्सक्योर डिजाइनर और चाचा का लड़के का बेटा आके बोलेगा अरे नहीं सर अंकल ऐसा होना चाहिए. वो बोला 100 रुपए का कार्ड करना चाहिए. कैसे आप, हाउ डू यू प्रोक्योर दैट, हाउ डू यू पे मनी? Even if you divide the world in a right brain and a left brain, if you say I am rational and that guy is like a little bit irrational or whatever, so you still have to deal with lot of irrationality. कपड़े खरीदना, शेरवानी खरीदना, कार्ड बनाना, लोगो बनाना, विजिटिंग कार्ड बनाना, कैसे पैसा डालोगे उसमें? You have to understand that, right? So the people who deal with creativity, they anyway have to learn to earn. But the people who pay for that, their earning, also have to understand what design is. Then it will be जुगलबंदी. Then it will be ताली तभी पड़ेगी जब दोनों साइड की चीजें होगी. So I don't buy Hyundai, I don't buy Samsung. I had a terrible fight with my partners to put any TV other than Sony, because I cannot like the logo of Hyundai or Samsung or whatever. So I will only buy that. So it's like that. I mean, you have to live life. You have to be fanatic. You have to be a little finicky about things. You have to hate something. Then you will like or dislike something. Be finicky about design and aesthetics. And आपको अगर आपके अंदर आपको डिजाइन समझनी है तो आपको काला अक्षर भैंस बराबर समझना चाहिए. मतलब आपको भैंस दिखनी चाहिए, अक्षर नहीं. Right? Because shape दिखना चाहिए आपको उसके अंदर. Right? So see before you read. जो लोग देखते पहले है और पढ़ते देर से है, उसके अंदर थोड़ी डिजाइन ज्यादा है, ऐसा बोल सकते हैं. So I'll just now go to a case study of a brand where we did a lot of design. So see, I got an opportunity approximately 14 years back from Tata's. I had a thought. I saw a dialogue and I heard Kasum Vinodam, and I was away 14 years from my homeland. I wanted to do something about it. So I wanted to create something on Kasum Vinodam. But I did not have generally as I thought I had the capital. But then I was, after some years back in 2008, I got an opportunity to work on a Tata Indicom ad where I was doing a national campaign for them. Tata Indicom wanted to thank Gujarat and wanted to create an ad. And for that, I wanted to do something because of that thing, and what then came, I put both of them together and I did, 25, it's a village school of Gujarat called Jeetu Hamesha Gujarat, which is a 25 celebrity singers song in 2008. It was one of its kind in that point of time, because I'm not playing that, but I'm saying this is the way I merged the opportunity. After many years, I have got an opportunity with a similar, larger conglomerate called Reliance. So I am going to show you some case study and some work regarding Reliance. How we see Reliance prima facie is जिनकी शेयर वैल्यू अच्छी है वैसी कंपनी, जिनके पास पेट्रोलियम रिफाइनरी बड़े वो मतलब वो सबसे पैसे वाले लोग हैं, उनकी बड़ी बिल्डिंग है, वो ये खरीदते वो खरीदते. That is the normal image. But what we did with them or through them is something very fascinating, very different. That okay, you can probably a lot of friends in industry got surprised ki, okay, how do you do with Reliance this? And that is what probably needs a design. How do you design your relationship with client? How do you design things which works for client and also works for the culture, for the larger masses? So I'll show you some processes. So how did that start? So before pandemic in 2020, we got Reliance Jewels as a brand to work on. First we did. So they had this interesting thing that, and we have a chief of design from Reliance here. She's my client, Sonali Shah, right here. You can wave everyone. So she has been party to the client. I do her. She's Surat. She's from your bank, but she is working with me as a client. So 2020 we got an opportunity and I got briefed कि लोग तनिष्क वगैरह क्या करते हैं, वो किसी की मतलब माँ ने बेटी को दिया ज्वेलरी, एट द एंड एक एंड में एक इमोशन जो है, एक ह्यूमन इमोशन है फैमिली की, उसके ऊपर राइड करके एंड में एक प्रोडक्ट लाते. तो प्रोडक्ट की कोई स्टोरी नहीं होती थी, तब तक वो स्टोरी बोरो करते थे, जैसे अमिताभ बच्चन को ले रहे हैं वैसे स्टोरी इमोशन को बोरो करते थे। हमें एक अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली जहां प्रोडक्ट की ही अपनी एक स्टोरी है। सो प्रोडक्ट की स्टोरी क्या थी? It started from a temple jewelries. People, there were a lot of people who wear temple jewelries. From there, it culminated in our client and our design team from Reliance has designed jewelry based on the ancient heritage of Odisha, which could be a Jagannath temple, Konark का वो मैं already आपको एक वो logo formation दिखाया था. I will show you how did that this was the first film which we did. So.
दीदी, आपको पता है ओडिशा का दूसरा नाम उत्कला है। उत्कला यानी उत्कृष्ट कला।
10 साल से ओडिसी डांस मैं कर रही हूँ और ओडिशा की आर्ट हिस्ट्री के बारे में तू मुझे सिखा रही है। वैसे तेरा ये कलेक्शन किसी को भी ओडिशा की कल्चर ट्रिप पे ले जाएगा।
An exquisite jewelry collection inspired from the land of Odisha, where not just the sun, even beauty rises.
So we have, competition like Tata, who does Tanishq, who's very, very doing a particular thing. So if they're doing and borrowing a story from people's human life and emotions and all, we thought that we will work on the product story. And ऐसी उसको उस तरह से प्रेजेंट करेंगे कि वो बोरिंग नहीं लगे। अगर हम चाय की फिल्म दिखाएं और चाय ऐसे दिखाए या उस तरह से दिखाए, then आपको चाय देखने का मजा आए। And that is what the design is. You can design your purpose based on your purpose in a way where it can this thing. So I will skip that. This is the way probably we got entire campaign running. So how the photography been done, how the logo been designed, how the even the products been showcased. So everything this thing. Then we got a second opportunity, which is a collection based on Banaras. So Banaras is another culturally very deep and all. So this is what we did.
So, are you excited about our Banaras performance?
Actually, I don't know.
It's a very spiritual place now. Spiritual nahi, it's divine. ये देख, Kasyam. Inspired by Banaras.
Wow. I have an idea. ये बैठ के परफॉर्म करें?
अजियत में काशी जो करे Into the divinity of Kasya, an exquisite jewelry collection inspired by the beauty of Banaras, Reliance Jewels.
And we got the third opportunity, which is our own homegrown opportunity, which is Run of Kutch, the state of Kutch. So we, this is the way we designed again the Kasyam logo, how we designed the entire font and everything, and the logos and all. The designs, the jewelries and all. So this is the latest work, which is the third in the series this year we did, called Rankar, Kan Kan Mein Karigari. Rankar, Kan Kan Mein Karigari. I will just skip all those things and I will show you what the film is.
छे बजरंगी छात ये भात भात जाती ये रंग जात भात
कच्छ में कहाँ जाओगी दीदी? कुछ दिनों की छुट्टी है तो सोचा पूरा कच्छ घूम लेती हूँ। हमारा कच्छ इतना छोटा थोड़ी ना है दीदी, यहाँ के लोग, रंग ढंग सब कुछ देखना है तो थोड़ा घूमना पड़ेगा। चलो मैं आपको कच्छ घुमाती हूँ और दिखाती हूँ कि इसके कण कण में कितनी कारीगरी है। छलके 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 धड़कने बरंबार ધોરાઈ રણનો કોણ છે રંગીલો રંગનો
An exquisite jewelry collection inspired by Kutch, जिसके कण कण में कारीगरी. Reliance Jewels.
So we can take the brand from step by step. You have to do a lot of designing. The first you have to design the relationships. You have to design the what is the value which you can give. How do you? So all we did is actually whatever client wanted, which is showcasing the product, but it didn't harm, and you still, we normally, showing a product is something which I think you're like being an advertising design. They would, when the agency will be reluctant, client would want it. So that's a fight, but we have no fight. We need what we've shown more than what we want, what they want. And still we are happy. So I think that is what the design is. I think design has many aspects. It's just like how you look at it, how you spot it, and how you reconstruct it. Yeah, that's it.
Make these region-wise, last minute to last designs.
Yeah, we do everything for them from a. So it starts with I have a full. We worked on 6 months full for this campaign. Sonali, my team, another marketing team from this. All of us first went to Run of Kutch. And then a cultural recce. I do have pictures of and videos of that. It itself, by itself, is. So we did up 4-5 days. We went to smallest villages, understood their culture. drummer J in a puzzle somewhere. Everything we did, and then we understood the culture, and then understood what the client wants. We have to balance between that. That's design. So the design is a design, but the relationship is a design.
Hello. Thank you, sir, for an amazing presentation. I think not only me, but everyone here is amazed to see. But my question is a little different. I come from a construction background. So, sir, I would like to know your inputs with respect to the construction. Like, is there any book or literature on how can we improve it? Because if we see the improvement in this industry have not been enough. We are doing the same old thing, building, constructing, but there have not been any innovation, if we talk about in that sense. So
I did civil engineering, and with the same thought, I quit engineering and joined this because I was wondering. I was in a secluded. I was in first Diploma engineering, and then there was some heap of nitrite, and there was nobody on the site. I was alone, like not a liberal. So it was actually a lonely job, and nothing was changing besides me. So it's that you have to discover whether what God had designed for you. So are you a right brainer or a left brainer? So if you're a right brainer, you will not be satisfied in left. So you have to switch. You have to change the God's design. But yeah, I mean, if you're destined to do that, then you'll have to figure out that why can't the rings be spherical or whatever. The roads could be convex. I mean, something you'll have to figure out. I think there are a lot of innovations do happen. So they have to concentrate on the innovation. Basically. So then you will get satisfied like a creative person. That is satisfaction. Thank you.
Question with respect to campaign you did for Reliance and Sonali, we have talked a lot. So Manish, first I think you did a collection on Odisha, right? And then on Kashi, and then on this run of Kutch. So how do you measure the response which you done on Utkala, and how was it acceptance from different parts of India? Like from south or from west or from northern part of India. That's what my question is.
So, Rankar, during Rankar on Akshay Tritiya, they did the highest ever sale in the history of the Reliance. So, it improves. The Kasyam, when it happened, the Banaras, that was the highest Dhanteras collection. What was the target and what actually? So, actually, આપણે ગાડા નીચે કૂતરું ચાલે તો એને લાગે ગાડું મારી રીતે ચાલે છે. It's not. I mean, there are a lot of other factors to make the cart run, but nonetheless, there is a factor which you are, and I think you should just work on that. I think marketing, sales, it's a business ka subsets, and advertising and design is just a tools to utilize certain part of the advertising and sorry, the business or something. We are, because I have spent 28 odd years in the field of communication, design, creativity and advertising. So I can give examples around it. But if you see, I went to Africa and whatnot. So it's like the same thing. It's just that you'll have to see that. I guess that is what it is. But I can't remain engineer if I can't. So,
हेलो सर, माय क्वेश्चन इज वेरी सिंपल कि जब आप कोई भी कैंपेन के बारे में सोचते हो जैसे रिलायंस है, तो कौन से वो 3 टॉप फैक्टर्स होते हैं जो आपके माइंड में कंटिन्यूसली रहते हैं सो दैट इट मेक्स मोर क्रिएटिव या फिर आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स है, तो वो कौन सी 3 चीजों का ध्यान रखना चाहिए टू मेक द कैंपेन?
fundamental elements again, 9 rasas. I had slides, I maybe do that because time नहीं रहेगा. But basically 9 रस मैथोलॉजी में, नाट्यशास्त्र में. So कोई एक तो होना चाहिए, अद्भुत रस, विभत्स रस, कुछ तो होना चाहिए. I mean, सब लोग नेटफ्लिक्स देखते हैं विभत्स रस की वजह से. सब लोग ऐसा कुछ तो रस दे दो. So you have to figure out that.
I'm going by your way. When everybody is asking you question on products, I'm going to ask a question about service. So have you done anything on service, and how can we project something which is not tangible? And service can be
service related. Yeah, I think it's the product could be anything. Whether it's tangible or whether it's not tangible. Here we are showing the product. There are like for example, we did a film for a brand where I won't play the film, but whatever, I'll just explain the synopsis of it. That actually जो शहर से या कहीं से तो एक बड़ी बहन है, वो घर आती है और मतलब गांव वाले भी शी इज प्रीटी चेंज्ड फ्रॉम द विलेज सिनेरियो. लोगों से कि कौन सा जुगाड़ आ गया उस गांव में, भाई वो हैंडीकैम से सब देख रही है, सब जैसे होता है ना बच्चे पीछे घूमते हैं, वो अपना टोंगा उंगा में खाती है. फिर घर जाती है तो बच्चे उसके बैग खोलते हैं. वो एक्चुअली आई है राखी के लिए, तो राखी की छोटी उसकी दादी है, बोलती है वो ना कमल भाई का, तो कमल भाई ना, तो बोले मैं तो उसके लिए अमेरिकन डायमंड की राखी लाई. तो तभी वो छोटा सा बच्चा आता है, कमल भैया तो कमला बन गए. तो बोल रहे हाँ 3 साल हो गए ऑपरेशन कराया. सो बेसिकली देन द सुपर कम सेइंग कि गो होम ऑफन, there are cheap airline yatra.com, otherwise भैया कहना बन सकते. Anything can consequences, right? अभी ये सर्विस हो गया, right? So ऐसी फिल्म बनाई है, मैं दिखाई नहीं, मैं बताई, but yeah, I mean, so there's a see उसमें actually it borrows emotion or human. It should evoke these 9 rasas. To do so, इधर प्रोडक्ट की स्टोरी है, प्रोडक्ट के पास ही स्टोरी है. जैसे एप्पल को होती है स्टोरी, एप्पल के प्रोडक्ट में स्टोरी होती है. हम लोग ने ज्वेलरी का एप्पल बनाने की कोशिश करी है रिलायंस को, हमने नहीं, मतलब सोनाली ने करी है, सबने करी है. तो हम प्रोडक्ट दिखाते हैं, प्रोडक्ट की स्टोरी दिखाते हैं. प्रोडक्ट की स्टोरी नहीं है तो फिर पहले तो लाइफ की किसी की बहन की रिलेशन की स्टोरी देनी पड़ेगी, और वो नहीं चली और एंजाइटी बढ़ गई तो फिर कोई स्टार को पकड़ लिया. तो वी एंडोर्स either an emotion or a life or a story. खुद की स्टोरी नहीं है तो किसी और की स्टोरी पे मतलब सवारी करनी पड़ेगी. बट प्रोडक्ट सर्विस का कुछ फर्क नहीं. उसके सिमेंटिक्स लैंग्वेज मार्केटिंग साइड पे होते हैं, बट मतलब जो राइट ब्रेन वाली चीजों में नहीं रखते.
So a big round of applause for So in આપણે Apple સાથે કનેક્ટ કરીએ. This 2014 launch of an Apple iPhone, Steve Jobs has said the same thing. The greatest powerful person in the world is a storyteller. Right? આપણા બધાના બિઝનેસમાં પણ આપણે જ્યારે કંઈ કમ્યુનિકેટ કરવાની ટ્રાય કરીએ અને કંઈક ઓબ્જેક્ટિવિટી સાથે કનેક્ટ કરીએ, so then transaction is just a byproduct of a relationship. Right? So in a very quick succession, I would like to invite the Surat Area Management Association's one of the comrade, Mr. Rahul Makani sir, to discuss the activities going forward which will happen with Surat Area Management. Please.
Good evening, everyone. I've seen everybody's faces smiling and like, oh wow and all. It has to happen. Manish bhai hai apne saath. I talked with him earlier and told him कि राजेश भाई बताया कि मनीष भाई है, and it will be a very good program. Let me come to Surat Area Management Association. Surat Area Management Association is a non-profit organization incorporated under Companies Act Section 8 company, and Surat Area Management Association is here to develop management related education for mid-level, top level, and bottom level too. So it's all about storytelling. जैसे अभी अलई ने या फिर मनीष भाई ने बताया कि it's a story about Surat's management development, and I need everybody presence over here कि आप भी अपनी story लेकर आइए, share with everyone how you got success, and that is how we all get success. And for that I would like to invite memberships of Surat Area Management Association. We have introduced right now 3 kind of memberships. Corporate membership, which is 10,000 rupees per year, and then professional membership, which is 3,000 rupees per year, and for students it's 500 rupees per year membership. I request all of you to contribute and be a part of Surat Area Management Association management movement. I would like to share some upcoming events we are planning. This is our first event, Sama Talk. Now we are planning within 15-20 days Sama Youth Talk, wherein we try to invite some young leader from the business to share his story. Maybe in June we will be doing some workshop on FMB, and again next month also some art of So these are the upcoming events, and I thank you all for contributing and being part of Surat Area Management Association. Thank you.
Ram, and now I would like to invite Ms. Sutisha, the Secretary of Navsari Management Association, to give out the vote of thanks, and post that we'll depart for the dinner.
I'm glad to be standing over here to express a vote of thanks. On behalf of Navsari Management Association and Surat Area Management Association, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed guest speaker, Mr. Manish Bhatt, for bringing such an innovative and creative subject design thinking. Indeed, a very inspiring work, sir. It was a knowledge sharing session with amazing presentation for all of us here. I'm impressed with the story behind the scarecrow. Thank you, team of mentors of Navsari Management Association. All the efforts done by them to initiative and then establishing Surat Area Management Association. I extend my heartiest congratulations first, and then thanks to Managing Director to Surat Area Management Association, respected Rajesh Desai sir, for arranging this Sama talk for all of us. Also, I extend my thanks to all governing council members of Sama for their inputs and efforts last few days for making this event happen. Thank you, Alay and Rahul. Last but not the least, all of you. Thank you, the citizens of Diamond City and Textile Hub Surat, for being an active part of it and witnesses this event. Thank you, the Knowledge Partner or University, for their support and also venue arrangements. Thank you, one and all. All of you have a good night. Now I request all the governing council members of Navsari Management Association and Sama to please come on the stage for memory photograph. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.